What's up, y'all? This Deep Talk with T, episode 36. Today's topic of discussion is the bottom line. What's the bottom line? That's a question that's relevant all the time in anything that you do. Whether or not you're having a conversation with a motherfucker, whether or not you are exercising, whether or not you're getting something out of the fridge. There's a bottom line to everything that we do. There's a rhyme or a reason behind it. Even if we don't pinpoint it beforehand, there's still a reason. Why did you get out of bed this morning? There's a reason. There's a bottom line. Always. What's the value of knowing the bottom line, of keeping the bottom line in mind? It gives you direction. It informs your experience. Because why are you doing anything in the first place? Again, why did you get out of bed? You could have just stayed there. Oh, you have responsibilities, so you can't. Oh, there's a bottom line. Oh, you couldn't just stay in bed because you were restless. You had to get that energy out. There's your bottom line. There's a bottom line to anything. What's the bottom line? What's the reason? What's the relevance of any of it? When you're having a conversation and you lose track, not just where do we pick up from this or whatever. What is the purpose of us talking in general? What is the reason? The bottom line? Why am I working out? Why am I eating this? Why am I drinking this? Why am I talking to this person? Why am I going to this job? Why am I launching this business? Why am I pursuing this endeavor? Why am I buying these clothes? Why am I smoking this? Why am I drinking that? Why am I putting this into my body? Why am I getting this? Why am I doing this? Why am I acting on this feeling? Why? The bottom line. It informs so much and it gives so much of our experience direction. And who doesn't want their experience informed? I mean, that's how we've gotten as far as humans as we have. Because we want to know. And we just keep building on things. Why do animals that kill from the jugular do that? Why don't they go for an ankle? Why don't they go for a shoulder? Why is it there? There's a reason. There's a bottom line. I want to kill that thing so I can eat it. What's the best way for me to do it? The why, the bottom line informs everything else. The how much does it mean to me? The what am I going to do to get it? The what's in my way. The bottom line informs everything else. But without the bottom line, nothing else can be informed. It's a fucking crux. It is the centerpiece of everything that you do. Again, why did you get out of bed? If you're still in bed, why? There's a reason for it. Whether or not you got up or you didn't, there's still a reason. There's still a bottom line. And this book that I'm really in love with right now, The Healing Wisdom of Africa by Malidoma Patrice Somé. Finding life purpose through nature, ritual, and community. If you've not read it, if you've not heard of it, I encourage you to do so. But one of the assertions that he makes in there is that the ultimate purpose in life is to remember why we're here. He talks about everyone being born for a reason, having a gift to bring, a genius to bring to the community. And it's the community's job to foster and nurture the growth of that individual so that it can bring that to the community. And look at the reciprocation. We foster your growth and nurture you. You bring something to the table because we did so, then we're replenished, and then it's a full cycle of growth, nurturing, replenishment, support, purpose. There's a big why. There's a self-sustaining, functioning why behind that. So what's your why? What's your bottom line? Why are you here? Why do you get out of bed every day? Shakespeare posited in the famous "to be or not to be" speech with Hamlet, He proposed the idea that people were scared to kill themselves. That's why they don't do it. Because in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we shuffle off this mortal coil. Because you don't know. So that's one perspective on why we don't just take ourselves out of the game when we get depressed, when we feel nihilistic, when we don't feel there's a reason to be here, when we ask why are we here or what's the bottom line, and then the depressive nihilistic voice comes up and says there is no bottom line, there is no reason for you to be here. Again, I don't encourage, let me state very plainly that I don't encourage or promote suicide for anybody. I'm stating that there's a reason for all of us being here, and that even when we don't know that reason, we still don't act on some idea that there is none, simply because, well, for a lot of reasons. Some people aren't really scared. Some people do take that plunge. Who knows what's on the other side? I've been suicidal before, and the one thing that stopped me in the moment, the one thing that made so much sense to me, was the idea that you don't know what happens if you kill yourself. People kill themselves as a way to alleviate the suffering that they're going through. They don't want to deal with this shit anymore. They're, whatever is causing them to take their own life is, that's their why. That's their bottom line. They want to end that. But you don't even know what comes after that. There's so many different colors on the palette of experience. Some of them are enthusiastic, optimistic. They see a purpose behind everything. They look for the rhymes and the reasons and the bottom lines behind why we do anything. And then some of them are darker, and some of them don't. Some of them are depressive and push us towards ideas that there are no purpose and there are no relevance. Even in that moment when you kill yourself, you're doing it for a fucking purpose. You're doing it for a reason. There's always a purpose. There's always a reason. So pick yourself up and find a better one if you don't have one driving you. Or if the one that is driving you isn't inspiring you. If you're around people who don't inspire you, find a new circle. Be by yourself if you have to. Cultivate yourself in solitude, in isolation. Embrace it. It'll create who you authentically are, who you truly want to be. It will attract who you really want in your life. That's the bottom line. Much love, y'all.